You know what that sound means? It's another episode of Game for a Movie, where we ask, are you game for a movie? I am Mike, joined by...
Jill.
Oh, Andre.
And Mitchell.
Yeah!
Yeah!
Alright, so there was a movie that came out.
Mm.
I don't know if you've heard of it. Clifford the Big Red... No.
Did it actually come out?
Did you see it?
No, I didn't see it.
Oh.
No.
It's on Paramount Plus.
Ah,
Yeah.
yes.
Who has that?
Where
I
all
know
the best
I have
content
you.
is.
I have Paramount Plus.
Have you been watching the Fairly Odd Parent remake series?
I just hit my elbow
The
on
thought
your
of him
chair.
watching that brought him physical pain.
Yes. No, I'm not watching. I'm not watching.
What about the
that.
Halo TV show we were just talking about?
I'm not watching the Halo TV show either.
I'm down to watch spoilers. I'm down to watch Master Chief get jiggy with it.
Oh,
I'm
God. No, I'm
No.
upset.
All
I'm
right.
upset.
Yeah, we've already gone off the rails. Okay. Hey, that's our show. No. There was a movie that came out that we are going to talk about, but first, we're going to talk about what we are drinking.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yes. Andre, you're going first.
All right, I got me a double IPA called Nothing Gold from Bissell Brothers. It's a brewery in Maine, just outside of Portland.
Just outside of
Just
Portland.
outside,
outside of Portland?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So I'm guessing you got this on your trip to Maine.
That is right.
Dude.
Yes. This is the final stop on our brewery tour.
It was epic.
Yeah.
All right.
No, it was really good.
How many breweries?
In one day?
in one day we had-
5, including the distillery.
Yes.
Nice. All right.
Which
well
is
done, well
a
done.
lot for our age at this point. Right?
Yeah, some mistakes were
age.
made along the way.
Yes.
Yeah,
but,
fair. Yeah.
It was fun. We ran into a bunch of dudes from Massachusetts who were like, pulled up a map of different breweries in Vermont, Rhode Island, and Mass.
Yeah, they
We're
literally
we're
had,
doing
like-
this in 1 week.
Yeah, they had a whole entire map of
Oh
all
my
of New England, and
God.
then Connecticut was blank, and I was like, bro,
Dude, Connecticut is...
And they're like, tell us where to go, we'll go.
Yeah.
I'll give them a
They
hell
were-
of a list.
Yeah.
To their credit, they looked like they could probably do it, but
Okay.
at the same time, it was a very intimidating.
So we're gonna talk like
Take a look
adult
at.
softball guys, like
Yeah.
that kind of thing.
Yeah.
They got the barrel stomach.
Oh
Yeah,
yes, you
yeah.
nailed it. Yeah.
Yeah.
They can definitely hold their beer.
And I think they had. This was not their first day.
No.
It didn't
Okay.
seem like.
Did not. They had it down though.
All right. Jill, what do you got there?
We've featured the brewery on this podcast a lot because Andre and I are fan people. But I have
people.
freshly brewed on canned on the 12th.
Okay.
It's Alvarium's Rocket Pop. It's
Just so you know, it's Friday the 13th that we're recording this. So
Oh, yeah,
yes,
right.
freshly canned on the 12th.
freshly canned on the 12th. I love Friday the 13th. It's like the best day of the year. Anyway, it's a popsicle style sour featuring cherry, raspberry, and lime, and it is very refreshing.
Nice.
Wow.
All right. Mitchell, what do you got over there?
I got a fresh glass of 2022 Los Angeles water from my sink, and
Ooh.
it is delicious.
That's a good year. That's a good year.
It's a very great year.
I would have let
It
it.
doesn't really hold up to 2021 Stanford tap water,
Okay.
but this is pretty solid.
Okay.
How is the water in LA?
Look, I'm actually reading a book about this. So I'm reading. So William Mulholland is the guy who brought water to Los Angeles. He built the
Mulholland
aqueduct.
Drive, Mulholland?
Exactly. That's
all right.
the same Mulholland. And this, basically, the premise of the book is that Los Angeles, at its size, should not exist. It just simply should not exist because there is no natural water resource near it, if not for this aqueduct. So anyway, given how crazy it is that there is water in this city for millions and millions of people, it's really good.
Okay. There we go.
All right.
Anyway, fun little historical book I'm reading.
I'm just saying I would have given it a few years, let it get a little vintage, you know,
Ooh.
but yeah,
The
Barrel
right.
nice
age it.
patina.
I am drinking from Reverie Brewing, because I do love Reverie Brewing.
Yeah.
Little Piggy. It is a barbecue-inspired Imperial Amber Ale.
Oh,
Yes.
barbecue.
Oh yeah. I took a swig of it right
I
before.
want to smell it.
Okay, so let me read this first and I'll give you a smell. This beer is a celebration of the sweet flavors found in meat cooked over the open flame. Spice from Szechuan peppercorns, sweetness from molasses and brown sugar, and a kick from cayenne pepper, all blended harmoniously in this refreshing amber ale.
I'm happy there's no like meats.
There's no.
inspired.
So they had a beer dinner and they basically made this for the main course
That's
as like
really
your
nice.
yeah. It's a little spicy.
It's spicy. Yeah.
I didn't get any
You
spice.
definitely get the
Szechuan
Szechuan peppercorns.
I think this
in
is
there.
overpowered my tongue, so I'm not getting any spice. But that was very.
No,
nice.
it's got a little buzz to
I'm
it.
just happy it doesn't taste like meat.
I'm glad I'm not drinking more than one, but the one is pretty good.
Yeah.
What's the ABV?
I think it's only like 5 or 6%.
Yeah, it's amber. So
Yeah, it's not terrible. 7.3. Wow.
It's
Whoa,
imperial,
that's
so
wow.
there you go.
Massive.
Yeah.
What's that?
Mine's 8.2.
Mine's
so.
4 point.
Yeah, sours are usually
8.
lighter.
I would say in a different multiverse, this is 4 or 5%.
See
Okay.
what you did there.
Speaking
Wow.
of multiverse,
All right.
you guys are welcome. You
Mm.
missed my segues.
It's
I liked
true.
it.
Yeah, so
I love your segues in every universe, Mike.
Aww.
Except not the one where you ride your Segway off the cliff.
No,
Yeah, right.
not that one. There is definitely probably a multiverse
I
of that.
wish they used that line on a better couple.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's such
yes.
a great line.
I
Yeah.
agree. I agree. Hard agree.
yeah, it is tough with that one. So Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, obviously that's what we're talking about. We're also going to get into some MCU future stuff, as well as maybe some Moon Knight. I'm going to put it out there. Big spoiler warning.
Yes.
Very
We are
big.
going to release this the Thursday after its second weekend. People should have seen it by then. But just in case you haven't, big spoiler warning. We're going to talk about everything about it. Every little plot point, every little everything.
Yeah.
So huge spoiler warning. We'll see you next episode. If you haven't seen it yet, come back when you've seen the movie.
Same with WandaVision.
Same with WandaVision. Yes. So that brings us to the movie itself. Friends,
Yeah.
we have
Wow, this is so dramatic.
I know. Like, I just realized I don't even know if Mike likes this movie or not. I'm kind of curious.
Oh,
I
okay.
have thoughts.
Okay.
I didn't. Yeah, I don't know.
So I'll start with the thought that I had at the end of the movie.
Okay.
And this is as a big time Raimi fan, as a big fan of Benedict Cumberbatch as Doctor Strange, I would have rather had Iron Man 4 than Doctor Strange 2.
Ooh, like Tom Cruise Iron Man?
no,
or
like-
wait,
RDJ
what do you mean? You
Robert?
want-
RDJ back. Like Iron Man 4.
You didn't need it.
Okay. Explain yourself, I guess.
I just if we were going to continue the Marvel Cinematic Universe,
Yeah.
I would have rather Doctor Strange died
Oh,
taking out Thanos
okay.
than Iron Man.
Well, all right. I mean, okay, if you kill Doctor Strange, if Doctor Strange says, "I am Doctor Strange" or whatever, snap, that moment doesn't work as well.
No,
because
it's not I am Doctor Strange. It's I knew this was happening.
We're
I
in
just
the
thought
end
it
game
was.
now.
I just thought it was strange.
Oh, okay.
That sucks.
That fucking sucks.
I'll,
You can't kill Doctor Strange when he has one movie.
No, you couldn't.
And a couple of cameos and have it have the
could.
same weight.
It would be a little radical.
Well,
but
it would be.
you
Well, no,
could.
you know what it would be? It would be the Quicksilver death in Age of Ultron, where it's
Yeah.
just like, all right, cool, I don't really care, you know, like.
Yeah.
He came, he went, literally.
Yeah.
He did. And then we got a different person in WandaVision.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But that
I
was a
liked
different-
Evan Peters.
Oh, I love
Yeah.
Evan Peters.
Yeah.
There's nothing against Evan
Nothing
Peters.
against Aaron Taylor Johnson,
It's
but
nothing against
Evan
Aaron
Peters
Taylor-
is
yeah.
a better fills out the character.
Okay, so.
So-
All right, so what you're telling me is that you did not like this movie.
No, I'm not
didn't
saying
say
that at
that.
all.
Okay.
He said, if
I would have rather had. I still enjoyed the movie.
He didn't need more for this character.
Yeah.
What was that?
right.
It's a weird way to kick off the conversation.
Yeah, because I don't know where to
Welcome.
read it, right? Like.
Yeah, you're welcome.
To me, my interpretation is you just didn't need more Doctor Strange.
I did
stuff.
not.
He works best in the ensemble. You
Yes.
don't need a standalone.
I don't know. I think this standalone sold me. This movie sold me on the concept of a standalone Doctor Strange because I was kind of the mind. And granted, I've only seen both films one time. Doctor
Twice.
Strange 1.
Oh, you're right. You've only seen Doctor Strange once.
Yeah.
Like me.
Doctor Strange 1, I don't super love because
No.
it's just. Okay, magical Iron. Like that's a common
Yeah.
criticism, right? Is that it's very similar origin story to Iron Man.
Yeah.
You feel like you've seen it before. This one, you definitely can't say it isn't unique from the rest of the MCU, right?
Oh, definitely.
Um,
This is just funny. So I need to stop you because
Okay.
I looked up Aaron Taylor Johnson's IMDb to see what's next for him.
He's Craven.
He's Craven, yes.
Yes.
And I forgot about that until I looked it up.
He's not done with the MCU.
He's also on Bullet Train.
Oh, I want to see
Yes,
that.
he is on
Bullet
both. We saw-
Train.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
We saw in the-
that's another thing that I'm
So,
excited for.
For
All right.
regarding Doctor Strange, I liked Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness.
Mm-hmm.
I have some feelings about the plotting and how they got a character to a certain point. We'll get there. But I actually think the best Doctor Strange outing is his animated short in the What If series.
Okay.
Where we get to
Supreme.
Yeah, when we
Source
get
of
to
Supreme
yeah,
Doctor
when
Strange.
we get to see what happens if he loses, instead of he loses his hands, he loses his heart, and he goes down Doctor Strange Breaking Bad.
Yeah, right.
I thought that was really interesting and compelling for the character, and really took advantage of what you could do. His
Yeah.
first outing is pretty forgettable.
Yes.
I also am. I don't know if I needed Iron Man 4, but I am kind of confirmed that Doctor Strange is the least interesting part of Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness.
Wow.
I wanted to spend more time with the villain, who is Wanda.
Yes.
Yay.
Yes.
Yep.
Which Claire didn't know that Wanda was the villain. She thought like there was going to be this like riff,
Yeah.
but that they would team up by the end, you know, and fight the
thing.
bigger bad. Yeah.
Sure. And that's what the trailers kind of made it out to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
So good on the trailers. I just didn't expect it to happen so quickly. That's my big bugaboo. Wow, they got this going really quick, and I didn't feel like it was there was a satisfactory bridge between where we left her in WandaVision and where she begins. And the way that it's been explained in press and things is that, no, it's the Darkhold has corrupted her.
Sure.
Right.
And I'm sure that's fine, it explains it, but it seems very rushed.
I disagree. I like the fact that we dropped the pretense of like, okay, yes, she's the big bad. We have to deal with her right now.
I
You know,
have no
I
problem
figured it
with-
was going to happen in the third act, and then we were going to take a while to build up there. But
I have no problem with them making her the villain,
Sure.
or even
Yes.
getting to the point of her being a villain. I just feel like I missed a 15-minute short. Excuse me, a 15-minute short or something that
Okay.
kind of further pulled her towards the place she is at the beginning of the film.
My thing is and this goes back to one of my biggest criticisms of WandaVision. She should have ended that series as unequivocally a villain charter in the MCU.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
They left it very
kinda let her off
gray.
yeah, they
Yeah.
left
Yeah.
it kind of open.
Well, they
They
show her
left it
feeling bad.
open. They left her off the hook when it came to Westview. It's
Yeah.
just like, okay, she did what she did, and now she's going to go off and study this dark book and reconjure up her magical children. So I agree with Jill. It kind of it feels weird.
Yeah.
But I think it's fixable if they had done the end of the series correctly,
Mhm.
and then you jump into Multiverse of Madness. That was kind of like my big thing as well.
Which
Yeah.
is so true, because WandaVision is one of my favorites of the Marvel shows. I don't know exactly where it is on the list, because I'm still letting Moon Knight digest before
Sure.
I say, okay, this is this.
Yeah.
But it's definitely top 3 easily. They butchered the ending.
Yeah, the ending is one of the worst.
Exactly.
I would
Yes.
say dovetailing into that, it is kind of a catch-22 where I feel like you need to watch WandaVision to see this, right?
Yes.
Because
Yeah.
if you don't, then you have no idea why Wanda has gone totally tilted.
Yep.
Um,
Totally tilted.
but at the same time, it feels like the end of her arc is the same exact spot that WandaVision was at, if that makes sense, right? Like the whole final episode of her saying goodbye to her kids basically was the same exact emotional beat that
Yeah.
this movie ends
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
And so that's where I kind of feel like, oh, okay, really? This is how we're wrapping this up? Like,
Yep.
sure, it's satisfying in this movie in a vacuum, right? But you can't watch this movie in a vacuum,
Right.
if that makes sense.
No, and that's exactly it. And speaking of the end, yes, we're jumping ahead, but speaking of the end, because you said that, it feels it wrapped up. Let's just get something out of the way. Is
No.
Scarlet Witch dead?
No,
She
no.
signed a 7-year
No.
contract.
Hell
Yeah,
no.
she's
yeah,
dead.
all right. I just wanted to get that out of the way
Yeah,
because I think we all felt that way.
If it wasn't public knowledge that she signed a 7-year contract, sure. Yeah, guessing.
Even that though,
It's
like
probably
even
gonna be
that,
a
I didn't
different-
feel like.
And Marvel's, and we're going to talk about like the future of the MCU.
Yeah.
But they have spent so much time developing Wanda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are fans of Wanda. Like they
Yeah.
don't call her Scarlet Witch, they call her Wanda.
Right.
Right.
And she is I would say, one of the more popular characters that's still part of the MCU. I'm taking out Captain America, I'm taking out Iron Man. They are in a position where they have to maintain characters that people are invested in and want to see the next chapter in their story, whether it's a standalone movie or just them being in the ensemble.
Right.
And Wanda, like at this point in 2022, she's up there.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
one of the top characters that you're invested in.
I'm still invested in her character, and even if they bring a different multiverse dimension Wanda in to kind of justify killing our version of her. Fine, I want to continue to see the stories they do with her.
Yeah.
And that's kind of that we fall into the trap of, okay, now the multiverse is open. If we ever want to kill off a character, we can just yank another one from another.
Right. Scott Moore, pluck another.
Yeah,
here's 7-1005 Wanda.
So we lost 616 Wanda.
616 Wanda.
I don't think you think she's actually gone. But yes.
No. We'll find out.
She's predisposed at the moment.
Yes.
All right. So one of the other things that I wanted to address with this movie, how did we feel about the multiverse in general? Like, and especially we have to get to some characters that are included in this multiverse.
Yep.
I mean, do we feel like the multiverse is well defined at this point?
I mean, it's got some cool pockets in there.
Yeah. Well, I thought they did a pretty good job of, keeping the rules very loose, so it can be surprising. But they also had, some fun rules, like, they did a good job, I think, introducing the concept and building on the concept of dreamwalking, right?
Okay, yeah.
Like, that was really fun. And it kind of like, it made sense to the audience, at least to me. I wasn't like, okay, this is like, I'm kind of losing the plot here or whatever. No. And then it led to that really fun moment of like, how you're going to dreamwalk. You're not at the, like, there's no version of you in the universe. Like,
not alive.
Yeah, exactly. Led to that fun moment. Like, oh, okay, cool.
Dude, Zombie Strange.
Cool,
that was a lot of fun.
Not what I was expecting was going to happen with that character.
No, and it totally makes sense in a Raimi movie now that I think about it.
Absolutely.
But Zombie Strange was unexpected.
Yeah. And, like, I was worried that it was going to be a cameo fest, and it kind of is in a way, and we could talk about that when we get there.
Yeah.
But, like, I was worried that it was going to just be a setup for a bunch of other characters. You know what I mean? I was worried this was going to kind of Age of Ultron up a bunch of other subplots, but it didn't, And it was clear Raimi and, the screenwriters had a lot of fun with the concept, and they kind of wrapped it up a little bit. I don't know.
So I'm going to pose a question to the group here.
Mm-hmm.
Is anyone starting to feel a multiverse fatigue because the multiverse is a bit of a hot theme to do in movies?
Yeah, I got thoughts here. So I'll say this. I love this movie. I gave it an 8 out of 10. Honestly, the premiere glow of it probably gave it up to 8. It should be a 7.5.
Sure.
Yeah.
But I will say my biggest... Oh, hey, kitty cat. My biggest gripe with the movie is and really Phase 4 in general, how it's treating multiversal storytelling. And Mike, we talked about this when we were texting last week.
Yeah.
I feel like there's no stakes because they're not legitimately investing in characters within the multiverse. And here's what I mean by this. We meet Reed Richards for the very first time in the MCU, played by John Krasinski, straight out of fan casting IMDb, right?
Yep.
Which is okay.
I was for it.
I'm for it.
Sure.
Yeah, I loved it.
Yeah.
That moment, that was the loudest reaction theater that I was in when that happened.
That was louder than Professor X for my theater.
This is why death was the loudest moment.
Yeah, this is why we gotta watch. We gotta watch MCU movies when they premiere, right? Because the loudest moment was really during the emotional climax when we watched it a week late, and somebody literally took a phone call in the middle of when Christine
the last
and
20 minutes.
it was during the scene where we had just resolved the conflict, and Christine and Strange were having their conversation, and the guy took a fucking phone
and
call.
And it wasn't like, oh hey, can I call you back?
No, it was like, oh hey, I'm watching Doctor Strange.
How's it fucking going?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Sorry to derail that, but
I was gonna bring that up.
You're good.
We're gonna watch Thor: Love and Thunder, I think, opening weekend. So we
buy the tickets.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Anyways,
yes. So just to finish the point here, I don't like this new thing that I'm noticing in the MCU where they bring back Evan Peters as Quicksilver only to make a Ralph Boner joke.
Right.
They bring back some of these iconic characters with in some cases new actors. In other cases, it's awesome to see a live-action version of Captain Carter, and only to have them disposed of pretty quickly after. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, okay, this feels cheap. Why are we investing this kind of, I don't know, like any kind of resources into this?
Right.
The only multiversal thing that I think worked is Spider-Man No Way Home.
Yeah.
And it's because it legitimately served the story. Tom Holland's Spider-Man forever changes because of what happens in that movie. Yeah. And he's living with the consequences of his choices and all the stuff that happened in the plot up until the very end, And I was like, wow, this is legitimately a good movie, and I can't wait to see the next chapter. With this, I'm just like, okay, they keep introducing new characters, but to what end? Like, what is the bigger plot in Phase 4? And I had no idea. I had no idea.
I have thoughts on Phase 4 in general get
Yeah,
there.
but to me, and this is totally just speculation on my part, right? So I don't know, I don't have any insider info or anything like that. It felt like that whole entire second act, like it was like Kevin Feige, like it was almost like the producers were saying, hey, like we need to get some cameos in here, we need to get some fan moments for people to go, whoa.
Well, and that's the thing too. So one of the things I was thinking at the end of the movie, going, hey, we gave you John Krasinski as Reed Richards for the one movie.
Right.
We gave you Professor
I
X.
actually hope that's not the one.
I hope
he
not
comes
either,
back.
but it feels like that could be...
Yes. This is it.
Right.
This could be it for some of these.
And it's just like that whole entire second act kind of feels like it was made by a different person, if that makes sense, right?
Okay.
Like it doesn't. I don't really feel like that movie gets back on the rails.
Second of 3, right? Or you're saying the whole second act?
What do you mean second of what?
Like
How divide the film into parts?
divide the film into parts. So
All
you
right.
have first act,
I'm
second act.
basically saying that whole entire section with the Illuminati, right?
Yeah.
Like where they're
Yeah.
talking, like and until they're introduced until they get jobbed by
Yes.
Wanda. That whole part felt
Yeah, I agree.
off to
I agree.
me, right?
That's why I was like,
Spooky or what?
because I was
That's
thinking,
rainy.
you were saying the entire second act, and I was just like,
I guess that's true. No, not
Zombie
that.
Strange is definitely rainy.
That's the third
Like
act.
that's
That's the
that's what I'm saying. Second or third act.
Okay.
That's why I asked you.
Yeah. Up until basically as soon as Patrick Stewart shows up on screen until he gets killed, that's the part where I feel like what? Like this movie feels a little different now. Not in a bad way, but more like okay, this is what I expected. Cameo fest. Oh hey, we see this guy. We put this guy in the movie.
I also want to say that I'm tired of seeing Professor X die.
Yeah.
Just done with it.
I'm kind of annoyed. He didn't really do much except say something from the.
I thought
first
that was kind
class,
of cool.
Whatever.
Again, it was
notes.
all worth it because god damn it, as soon as he reeled on screen the X-Men cartoon theme stung in at this, and I was like, god fucking damn it, you guys got me. Shit.
I'm so ready for X-Men
Don't
97.
overlook that detail because they could have used the score from the Fox movies, but they purposely went with that. I really think, in all the stuff I've been reading about X-Men 97 when it's rebooted for Disney Plus, the folks who are working on it are very, very invested in terms of how it's going to tie into other things in Marvel. And maybe that's just like a little tiny
nugget, little guy. Yeah.
That there could be a jump from cartoon to live action from that series.
I would love that.
I think what you were saying with No Way Home, I think besides the fact that what you were saying, that Tom Holland's Peter Parker progressively has changed across every movie. He's always in a slightly different place than where he is. But No Way Home also has the advantage of giving us multiverse characters that we already know and care about versus we have Professor X. Some people care about him. But John Krasinski, Lynch, Black Bolt, and then
Captain Marvel, Captain Carter.
Well, Captain Carter's an interesting one in the sense that it's really cool to see her being live. It's Peggy.
Yeah.
And it was great to see her back again, and I did not expect that.
Right.
But with the exception of those two, it's like, okay, cool, John Krasinski. Oh, cool, this Black Bolt guy. I don't read comics. I don't know who this guy is. And then seeing...
Well, and the TV show lasted for all of, 3 episodes because there was a TV show that was brought with Inhumans.
Oh, he was in Inhumans. Okay.
Yeah.
And then seeing Monica Rambeau as Captain Marvel was really cool, but it just besides the fact that they were very disposable, obviously, I didn't really care. And even with Professor Xavier, I didn't know he was going to die, but I definitely knew this was it. He was not coming back.
Yeah.
We should talk about America Chavez.
We should talk about America Chavez. Well, I just want to say one more thing about this part. The Illuminati. I just forgot my thought.
Were you guys buying into the theories that Tom Cruise is going to show up as Iron Man?
No.
Immediately.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
Buy that for a second.
That's what it was. I got it now.
Oh, okay.
Do you guys feel the trailer ruined some of the fun with that? Because they did bring up the Illuminati.
They shouldn't have shown Iron Man, the Ultron robots, and they shouldn't have put in.
I didn't mind the Ultron robots. I just thought that was
sure.
but
okay, fine, whatever.
His ear.
Yeah.
And his voice in that.
Yes,
that
right. They should not have had Patrick Stewart's voice.
They already showed Mordu coming back. They should have just done more with Mordu.
Yeah. fine.
Mordo.
Sure.
The one that got me too, because you said that you didn't know Captain Carter was in it. In the last trailer revealed, there was a moment where Captain Carter's shield was flung into the wall.
Oh, was it?
I missed it. I
I
stopped
missed it.
It's
Yeah.
a blink and you miss it thing.
Sure,
yeah,
sure,
it's a blink
yeah.
and you miss it thing. But like as I'm seeing it, I'm going, did we really just see this already?
Yeah.
Like Captain Carter now?
Yeah.
And they did that trailer like a week or two before it came out. I didn't watch it on purpose
It
to
was
avoid it.
100% like a week before saying, boom, this is what's happening.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have done that.
Yeah. So all right, let's talk American
And
Chavez.
I'll just say from a business standpoint, I agree. Like from a creative standpoint, I agree. From a
Business standpoint.
the fact that you sprinkle that in, that's how you're able to get. Right now, they have over $500 million in box office.
Yeah,
There
butts
you
and
go.
seats.
You know
Butts
what
and
I mean?
seats.
Like
Yeah.
that's the payoff for Marvel.
And the argument
for
can
doing
be
that.
made it's on the viewer to make the choice. Well, depending, it's on the viewer to typically make the choice of not choosing to click watch the trailer.
Right.
But if you were in a scenario such as a movie theater and it comes
Yeah.
on, what are you gonna do? Get up and
like
leave?
I said, I think they thread the needle pretty well because I mean, circling back, like they didn't spoil that Wanda was the villain, right? Like yes,
Right.
you
No,
can,
they didn't.
you know, like
They
that
didn't
was
spoil that.
Yeah, like they didn't spoil. Like that was a fun surprise.
Because
It
you know who the
right
villain
away.
was supposed to be, right?
No.
Mephisto, right?
Mephisto.
Yeah, right.
No.
Everything's Mephisto.
So that's the thing. Like that, I didn't get spoiled on the movie per se. But as soon as the movie came out, and then like some people were like, I really love this movie, and other people were like, this is just the worst MCU movie I've seen in a while. And I'm like, okay, got it. So Tom Cruise and Mephisto aren't in this movie.
Right,
Got
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Done. Like
Yeah.
I knew that. Done.
Well, and like people that saw this that didn't like it, a lot of them are not Raimi fans. in
Right,
general.
right.
'Cause
yes,
this
and I
is
knew it was
very-
going to be at least wacky.
Yeah,
right, Like,
exactly,
I went embraced for wackiness.
Yes.
and I got it.
All right, we gotta talk American Chavez. You're right.
Sure.
I'm worried she'll get forgotten.
She's not gonna get forgotten.
No
trust me. So I like the fact that they gave her something that was she's struggling with her power,
Yeah.
something like that, because then it just doesn't solve it right away. But at the same time, one of the things I felt could have been done, if Wanda's the same in every universe, where she has to kill the Wanda that's there in front of the kids, like the ending did, it doesn't matter that America can't control her power. Just take her to any multiverse, show her this, we're done.
Yeah, no, if she had gotten what she wanted and somehow America managed to open the portal willingly or involuntarily,
Yeah.
we still would have ended up in that
Yeah.
where we were. There was
Yep.
very little that could have derailed Wanda from the epiphany that she has, unless they pushed her even darker,
Right.
where it's I don't want to move to a dimension to be with my children so I can be their mother. It's I want to move to a dimension so I can have my children, put them in a cage, and nothing can hurt them. Basically,
That would be the next step.
That would
right?
be
That
yeah.
would be, and I mean, yes, that would be the next step. But then there's the line of okay, we can eventually pull her back to being a hero, get her back on the lunchbox.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or
Right.
it's nope, she's off the lunchbox forever, and now she is the villain costume you buy your kids at
That was a
Yeah.
fun as much as dumb Marvel clips go. That was a fun one.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
You're officially off the lunchbox.
You're officially off the lunchbox.
I'll say this, like, with Wanda's character in particular, just as we have seen with other very popular villains, the Joker has a lunchbox. You know what I mean?
Yep.
The
It's
character
true.
is popular.
You're not wrong.
It's true.
She could have her own lunchbox.
You got a lot of neckbeards going around. Like, I'm the Joker,
But she's
baby.
not on the Wheaties box.
Hey, I'm all for putting Elizabeth Olsen on a lunchbox, on a
Dude,
cooler.
put Elizabeth Olsen in Mortal Kombat. Let's go.
Oh,
Go
God.
down.
That'd be sick. That'd be pretty sick.
That would
They
be
don't have
awesome.
that. Unfortunately, that's WB, or at least for now, there's rumors that they're going to sell NetherRealm, the guys that make Mortal Kombat. But that's the reason DC people show up. But anyways,
Going back to America Chavez, I liked her a lot. I don't want to go too into what the future of the MCU is quite yet,
Right.
but I have questions about where is this going for her. I hope she gets to see her moms again.
Mhm.
And I thought she actually, I don't want to say the actress's name incorrectly. So
I don't
I'm just gonna
either.
Keep referring to her as America
So,
Chavez.
Sochi is like the widely like used one, Sochi Gomez.
Sochi.
Yeah, so they don't pronounce the L part, though probably it goes Sochitl. But everyone just calls her, like, they introduced her at the premiere as Xochitl Gomez.
Okay.
Xochitl Gomez.
So
Okay.
Xochitl Gomez, I thought she had really great chemistry with Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yeah,
Yes.
right.
I bought
I like
their
that. I like
I
their
bought it,
relationship.
and then I bought the some of the writing didn't work for me, but I think the acting worked well insofar as like.
The writing is never great.
Yeah, right. But like at the beginning, like you could buy that. Okay, this Strange is different. You know what I mean? Like
she's believing it.
Believing in, hey, this person is not going to kill me when the chips are down.
Better than
you know?
Ponytail Strange.
Yeah, right. Better than right. I like this person better than Ponytail Strange. Exactly. Yeah,
Ponytail Strange.
Yeah.
I just love the fact that we're going like physical features and going that's strange.
Yeah.
I mean, there's also Zombie Strange.
There is zombies.
What was the physical features of the guy that got of the Strange that blipped the whole universe that got mouthed to death by what's his name?
Black Bolt?
Black Bolt. Yeah.
Yeah.
What was his
He
physical
had a
thing?
beard.
Did he have
No,
a-
he didn't have a beard.
He didn't have a
He
beard. He
didn't
was
have a
clean
beard.
shaven.
Yeah.
He was clean
All right,
shaven.
got
Yeah.
it.
Because
All right.
our 616 Strange has the beard.
Yes.
Doesn't have
And
a ponytail.
then the one who got yeeted has the ponytail, and then
Got yeeted.
838 was the one who's clean shaven,
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. And also got eaten.
and then
And also got yeeted.
vaporized.
Vaporized. Okay, whatever. Still. Yeah.
Yelled at.
We should talk about Doctor Strange because he, as I said, the least interesting part.
I
of the
disagree.
Well,
series.
that's the funny
I
thing is because
firmly-
we kind of fallen to him last after talking about Wanda.
I disagree,
Have
frankly.
Really?
Okay, so first off, the reason why one of the big reasons I like this movie a lot is the opening act with the fight between him and Shuma Gorath.
Okay.
I love when superhero movies have clips of superheroes saving people. We need to have more. Our superheroes need to save people. Damn it. Okay. So the whole entire idea of him it's a cliche, but it's a cliche that I love, and I feel like I'm a little underserved at this point. Of he's at Christine's wedding, and oh god, there's
The
trouble. I
suit
gotta
up was
suit
cool.
up, right? Like gotta dive in and suit
Yeah.
up. The call to action. It's
Yeah.
not just big purple man is showing up. We gotta fight. It's these people are in danger. I gotta go help them. You know.
It's a smaller conflict rather than it's on the
And
scale
I like
of the
that.
universe.
Yeah.
I like that opening.
This is not an Avengers level threat.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes, and I liked that opening fight scene so much that I went back and watched the Ebony Maw fight that he shows up in
Yeah.
for the Infinity War, right? And I don't know, I feel like I don't know if I can credit this all to Sam Raimi or whatever, but like the way that he's framed and the way
That's
that his
Sam
fight
Raimi.
scenes is
Sam
choreographed.
Raimi.
Yeah, I guess so. You're right. Like
Yeah.
he just knows how to. I mean, whatever. This
He's
is
a
where.
fanboy at heart.
This is
He's
probably the
super
most
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. This is probably the most Spider-Man-y scene out of the whole movie,
What
right?
he does really
So-
well out of his movies
He
is
moves the camera.
well that too, but he creates these mythical heroes.
Yeah.
Like he made Ash. Yeah. Ash Williams exists because of Sam Raimi.
Oh, my brain, you said Ash and pause. My brain was like, catch him?
Yes.
Ash Williams.
Yes.
I know.
Got his start on the Pokemon anime.
But that's the
correct.
thing is like these characters he brings them to the next level.
Chainsaw.
They feel
Larger
big-
than life.
Yeah, exactly. Larger than life. They feel
Yeah.
bigger than they are. That kind of stuff. And he
Right.
does that very well. That's why Spider-Man, the first one at least, worked.
Sure.
And Spider-Man 2, I'll also argue, worked better because he made Doc Ock a sympathetic
Yes.
villain.
Sure.
But yeah.
And they're the parallels between Doc Ock
Mhm.
and Peter Parker, even though they're not very similar, but it's like if you have a dream, you go for it,
Right.
and it gets corrupted,
Yeah.
and I agree with Andre though that the fight with Shuma Gorath was pretty cool.
It's just
Yeah.
like I immediately bought that he's a superhero and he's not just the sorcerer. Well, I know he's not
He's
the sorcerer,
not
but
the
you know what I
Sorcerer
mean. He's not.
Supreme.
I know he isn't, but you know what I mean. Like
He's
he's not just a space. He's not just a wizard. You know what I mean. He
He's
is
not
a hero.
just a wizard.
He is a hero, and I like.
And I'll say, this may have been the best suit up moment in the MCU.
You
think so?
I've been
I
seeing
agree.
that clip go around on Twitter, and everyone is saying it. This is the dopest thing. And I'll say, shout out to Sam Raimi. He has a great eye for basically comic book storytelling on screen.
Yeah.
And I think the train scene in Spider-Man 2 is probably his masterpiece.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This little scene or this little suit transition here is definitely, I think, because of Sam.
Pretty
I could
fucking
be wrong.
fantastic.
Yeah, right. I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
I guess okay. We'll give credit to Sam. Exactly. Right.
All right.
And that immediately sold me in on the movie and Doctor Strange's character.
Okay, so you are arguing that Doctor Strange is not the least character of this. Or
Correct.
okay. I'm gonna give you a couple characters.
I would name all the Illuminati beneath Doctor Strange.
I wasn't gonna name the Illuminati.
Their name's not on the marquee.
I was not gonna name the Illuminati.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna give you Doctor Strange.
Yep.
Wanda.
Okay.
Mordo.
Yeah.
Wong.
Yeah, I like one.
America Chavez.
Yep.
And Christine.
Yeah.
Those are the names I'm gonna give you. You gotta rate them.
I gotta rate them?
Who's last? That's what I want to know.
Who's last?
Who's last?
I think there's an obvious option for last.
Mordo is the last.
Okay.
And then Christine.
Ooh.
Wait, can you say your listing again?
It's tough.
So it's Doctor Strange, Wanda, Mordo, Wong, America, and Christine.
Possibly
I guess Christine.
Wong
No,
over
no.
Christine.
It's, what? No, wait.
Wong's like almost at the top
Wong
of my
is at the
list.
top.
Fuck yourself.
Well, no, but like not. I guess like how so like important to the overall movie.
No. Who
No.
you like?
Oh, okay.
Who
Sorry.
you like.
I misinterpreted it.
These are
I
just
love
vibes.
Wong.
These are just vibes.
Sorry.
These are because
These
you.
were just
I thought you were saying in the importance to the film.
No,
No.
you were saying how Doctor Strange is like the least
He's.
of.
I'd rather be watching Wanda's movie.
It's more like-
it's more
It's Wanda's movie.
And the reason I put
Yes.
Mordo at the bottom is because I feel like they had an
had
angle
to
with him
bring
and they
that.
didn't do anything with him in this
Right.
movie. It's like, okay,
He
he's here to
got
just
left
have.
in a ditch.
Yeah.
Well, right. It was just like, let's have our fight scene with him, and then that's it. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like they didn't do anything interesting with the.
He's
they're
on the
friends in
same
this
level
universe.
as the Minotaur.
We get,
Yeah, right.
the
That's
Minotaur was-
exactly
I don't know,
right, yeah.
And as someone who didn't read the comics, I don't know why they kept framing him in shots.
Yeah,
Like,
he
I
was-
guess you're important, dude, whose name we don't know.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep. All right.
So
So
Mordo?
you did Mordo's last.
Mordo's last, then Christine, and then who I have left?
America.
Doctor Strange, America, Wanda, and Wong.
Okay, then America. Oof. God, you're putting me on a technicality. Probably Wanda, then Doctor Strange, and then Wong. Yeah.
Okay.
So the same bottom two is for me, Mordo and
Christine.
Christine. I like Christine a lot more than I did after watching Doctor
It's true.
Strange.
Yeah.
She's probably most improved, which is
What if?
wild, right?
Most improved.
It's the what if
Movie one
episode-
yet she's 5 of 6.
It's,
Yeah,
the,
yeah,
it's the what if episode
Yeah.
again. I really like. She doesn't do much, but you feel the loss of her.
Sure.
So those two at the bottom. Yeah, America, Doctor Strange, Wong,
Okay.
and then Wanda.
Okay.
I think Benedict Wong, right?
Benedict Wong. Yeah.
Yeah, Benedict
Yeah.
Wong. I just want to
We
watch
got the
him.
Benedicts.
Yeah, the Benedicts. Yeah, Benedict and Benedict. That should be the
Right,
poster next time.
Yeah,
Benedict and
Ben-
Benedict.
Ben and Ben. He also just has great stage film presence,
does,
and I just
yes.
want to see him in more things. And Marvel seems to really like him because he showed up in Shang-Chi too.
He
Yeah.
shows up everywhere
He
nowadays.
shows up everywhere. But
All right,
yeah.
Mitchell, your list real quick.
Yeah, so last for me is Christine, and I'll say this: I think the casting of Rachel McAdams, I love her, but she
Yeah.
has zero chemistry.
They
with
do
Ben.
not
Correct.
They
No,
do-
no.
yeah,
I
they
love
don't.
Rachel McAdams, but like,
Her
I do not
animated
buy.
form has more.
Yes, right. I bought the romance more in What If than I did on
Yeah.
in either movie,
Yeah.
right?
That is one of the biggest thread points in the plot, and it just does not work for me at all. And
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's going to be 6. I'll go. Who are my other options? I forgot the ones that we have.
Christine, Mordo, Wong, America, Wanda, Doctor Strange.
Yeah, I'll go Mordo. Let's stop this head fake that he's a good guy. Like, they did it in Doctor Strange 1, they did it here. I mean, like...
And Doctor Strange 1, I think, was more okay, but...
Introducing the character,
Yeah.
But it's just like, he is one of the main Doctor Strange villains.
Yeah,
Right.
right.
And then we got, I'm going to go America Chavez, but just because of how competitive the field is, I'm very invested in her character. I'm a huge Young Avengers fan.
Yeah.
And then I will go Strange, Wong, and then by a million miles,
Wanda.
Elizabeth Olsen as
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
her movie.
Alright.
It is her
It is her
movie.
movie.
You're right.
It's her
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is Scarlet Witch, the Multiverse of Madness, and a little Doctor Strange.
And she.
No, there's a lot of Doctor Strange in there
Well,
too.
and,
That's what I'm
like
trying to-
I
don't know.
read a review talking about it today, and they were like, "Multiverse of Madness, it's Wanda's madness."
Yeah, right.
Well, sure. Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
like, "Oh, that really obviously it stood with me."
Yeah.
All right. We have talked way too long about this movie. We're not getting to Moon Knight. We have to take a break to talk about the future of MCU.
Okay.
Because this is something we want to talk about.
Yes.
So let's take a quick break. Be right back. All right, we're back to talk about the future of the MCU. One of the things that I feel hasn't been established yet is the overarching narrative.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, like we had the Infinity Saga for the first ones, or
Yeah.
for the first phases.
Basically, as soon as the credits rolled for Iron Man 1, we had Nick Fury saying
The
Avengers Initiative,
yeah.
and we had that to look forward
Yeah.
to, right?
Phase 4 is the longest phase,
Yeah.
purely on content alone because of how much is in it.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I know that Kang the Conqueror will be important,
He Who Remains, yes.
but I'm with you. I just don't see what are we building towards?
Right.
What are we building towards with all of this?
I
There's
feel
too
like
much.
Phase 4 has basically just said the words multiverse, and that's it.
That's what they're building towards.
And what's funny about it though is like I feel like we're back to Phase 1. We have all these movies that are just separate movies.
Yeah.
We've got Shang-Chi, we've got Black Widow, Eternals.
Still haven't seen that.
Yeah.
Let's just. I think it's safer to say that Eternals is not going to be important for a while.
I just think they're gonna pop in here or there.
Yeah,
That's
they're
exactly
gonna
it.
yeah,
That's it.
that's
They
it.
are never. I will eat a hat if the Eternals get their own.
There's not going to be
film.
an Eternals 2.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They bombed.
Well, and then like the movies coming up, let's just look at them. Thor: Love and Thunder. That's going to be standalone.
And that's gonna probably. Is that the last Chris Hemsworth film that we think?
We think.
We don't know. Okay.
Oh, what?
We don't
Are
know.
we assuming that we're going to transition to Natalie
And-
Portman being the main Thor for a while?
I don't know where it's gonna go. That's all
Sure.
I'll say.
Basically, there's no more contract.
And Love and Thunder
Got it.
is the way I'm looking at it. Is that it's Guardians of the Galaxy 2.5.
Yes, I agree. And Guardians of the Galaxy 3 is coming out as well. We got Wakanda Forever.
Yep.
Which again feels like a separate movie just because they have to address.
They have to. It's going to be Shuri's
Right.
re-origin story almost,
Yeah.
right?
Are we sure it's Shuri though?
Yeah.
Yes.
Letitia Wright's dude. It's been well documented that
It's Letitia Wright, and she got COVID and it got shut down for a while.
yeah, and then she refused to get vaxxed, and it
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
That's why
also
I'm like,
was
are
in
we
trouble
sure
for a
it's
while.
her?
But we
Yeah.
no, yeah, we're sure. They figured that out for better or worse. I don't know.
They want to bring somebody else in for
Is
the
that right?
next one,
Okay.
Oh, for the third one?
for the third one.
Well, why bother than making her be black? So she'll be black. So put on the suit for 5 minutes at the end and then call it a day.
Basically, just bridge the gap,
Yeah.
and find out that she's better at the lab stuff instead of the
Okay.
The Marvels. That's the first time we even address WandaVision besides this one.
That's Captain Marvel's next film, right?
Captain Marvel's next
Yes.
film.
Photon.
Okay.
It's also supposed to have Miss Marvel and
Yeah.
Right.
her own
Who's
TV
getting her
series.
Disney Plus show
Spectrum.
and Spectrum?
Not Photon? Who's Spectrum?
Photon.
Yeah,
Photon is Monica Rambeau's daughter.
I thought her name was Spectrum.
Oh, I've seen her referred to as Photon.
Okay, all right. Well, Photon's a better name than Spectrum anyway, so I'll take it. Then Guardians of the Galaxy 3, and then Quantumania.
Yep.
Quantumania is the one that will bring Kang back into it.
Yeah. So
Supposedly,
basically,
yes.
Quantumania.
That's been
Ironically,
moved for a
Ant-Man
while.
is
Yeah.
our greatest hope, right? It's for more plot
Ant-Man jumps
development.
up the butt and expands.
Yeah.
Ant-Man
Yeah.
once again saves the day.
Yes. Well, so don't we have a Fantastic Four movie on the horizon
We
too?
do.
Okay. All right.
But-
We don't know anything about
That
it.
may
Oh,
have
sure.
gotten pushed back a little bit too because John Watts dropped out of the project.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I just saw that.
He wants to take a break,
Yeah.
Fair.
which is fair.
Sure.
He could come back anytime, but he just wanted to take a break. So
Yeah.
I don't know who's going to head that ship right now.
Yeah.
I still feel good about the writing hands, but it's just a matter of who comes in. It's not going to be Trant. I know that.
No. Definitely not.
I think in the, saying the quiet part out loud, in my opinion, the most important franchise that has not been formally introduced into the MCU yet is the X-Men.
X-Men.
Yeah.
But we've got the
And
show
how
for
they
that.
want to do that. They're going to have the cartoon. That could be consequential. It could just be a little, side project. Who knows? But ultimately, I think that is going to help dictate the direction of where we go for the MCU beyond Phase 4. Because, it took us 3 phases to get up to Infinity War and Endgame.
Yeah.
Right.
I'd imagine it's going to be similarly paced to get us to Secret Wars, which is what a
Yes.
lot of people are talking about.
Yeah.
As being,
Isn't
like,
Secret
the
Wars
moment.
going to be a TV series?
No.
That's Secret Invasion.
Secret
Yeah.
Secret Invasion,
Okay.
yes. Which
So, like,
feels
it
more
is-
Relate to it.
It's not even like oh man, like I want another Infinity War. Where's my Infinity War? It's more
I
like
just want to know what we're moving towards.
right.
Right.
And I guess what I am saying is, where's my team up movie? And we got one essentially with No Way Home, right?
Essentially.
But in a form.
Well,
but
it's the problem of Phase 4 having too many properties in it.
Right.
It's just too much.
Yep.
I don't know if it would be better if at some point we moved into Phase 5 and that's what we were calling it. It's just They introduced Kang the Conqueror. I know he will eventually be important.
Right.
But it's just... Is it Young Avengers? Is that what we're building towards?
Sure.
Is it Young Avengers?
Well, I mean, Miss
I
Marvel.
think Young Avengers,
Kate Bishop.
honestly, as someone
Bishop.
who is a fan of the books when they came out, Young Avengers as characters, I think work better as a show. So I don't even know if it's a teen drama. Like that's
Right.
what the Young Avengers. It's the OC with superpowers.
I was about to say, like,
so-
they could eat the CW's lunch with that show,
Because
right?
that's what Wanda's kids... Wiccan and Speed, then there's Kate Bishop, there's Cassie Lang, and America Chavez, and Miss Marvel.
Miss Marvel, and I mean, you can even argue that Spider-Man might be a part. I mean, he's still.
Then he got,
He's a little old
and then
now.
he got Eli Bradley, who was briefly introduced.
Oh, that's right, in Winter.
Falcon
In
Winter Soldier.
yeah. So.
Wait, who is he?
He
Sorry.
was the grandson of
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
But, you know, like, okay, so that's why I brought them up, is, okay, are we building towards them? And then, yeah, I think a TV show sounds better, especially if they're going to be more like the teen, like, superhero OC. This is, give me...
Superhero OC.
Just give me something.
California.
Because I'm feeling I'm feeling where I felt when I walked out of watching Age of Ultron. I'm feeling the fatigue.
Yeah.
I
I think
don't
we're
care.
reaching the point in so far as, like, I think the approach feels like you can interact with whatever property in the MCU that you
But
feel is more
can't.
interesting.
You really can't though, because you have
can't.
to interact with. All
I don't
of
know,
it.
man.
Doctor
Something.
Strange just proved that no, you can't.
Because if you didn't watch WandaVision, because you didn't care about WandaVision, all of a
Yeah.
sudden you're getting all
I
this
don't get why.
exposition.
Wait, why is she
I
evil
guess
now?
so.
Wait,
I guess so.
what?
I mean, this is me hanging with, like, who cares about Doctor Strange, but not about Wanda. But I guess there's, like, that's a significant slice.
Yeah,
right. Yeah, I don't know. Like,
People
I
want
think
to know why Monica Rambeau. I can't remember Monica Rambeau's daughter. Is it Marie? No. Whatever. Photon.
I'm on it.
Daughter Rambeau. They're gonna wonder, wait, why does she have superhero powers now?
Right.
Or why is Falcon Captain America? Why is his suit so ugly?
why is this suit so ugly? Oh, damn, dude.
So-
you really had to go and do it to
I
him.
think you have it backwards. Monica Rambeau
is Photon, right?
is Photon.
Yeah, that's
okay,
what I was thinking about it.
And then
Maria.
Maria.
Maria Rambeau.
Sorry, so Maria Rambeau is Captain Marvel on the Illuminati side. Monica Rambeau is her daughter, the
Yes.
M's, who becomes Photon. Photon, also known as Spectrum, also has been referred to as Pulsar. So
Pulsar.
pick a name, but
All right, interesting. Yeah.
yeah, no, and like Loki season 2 will be important somehow. Are we kind of surprised, like disappointed there wasn't more of a connection to Loki?
Yes. Very.
The TVA.
Yeah. I thought
We're
for
gonna
sure.
see it in Quantumania.
Yeah.
I know.
Just because of the Kang connection.
Exactly.
But yeah.
But I just thought for sure that it would have been
Something.
at this point. Something. I don't
Sure.
know what exactly, but
I don't know, man. I think something switched in me when I watched Eternals, because that was the first movie in a while that I sat down and no interest in watching, but I watched it because it was a Marvel movie. And then I came out of that movie being like, all right, that's the last time I'm going to watch this just because it's a Marvel movie.
Well,
You know what I mean?
You know what? So far, it's had no repercussions.
Right. Well, sure. I mean, they haven't had a year to react to it or whatever. But yeah, I don't know.
It doesn't seem to matter. No one's talked about the giant celestial that just
That's
showed
true.
up
You're
out of
right.
the
You think
sky.
somebody would have brought up the giant celestial?
Giant
This is their,
celestial.
this is their 4th or 5th world-ending event that they've had to deal with, right?
Oh, and then there was briefly about Moon Knight. It's set in London, which is also the same city that parts of Eternals is set
Yeah,
in.
you wanted
Right.
Kit Harington to show up or something, right?
Yeah.
Would've been cool.
Oh, and we got Blade coming on the future. Like, I'm
Yeah,
that.
that would be fun. Yeah.
But is this okay?
No, to me,
Vampires now?
to me, like, it's just like a Marvel movie is gonna have to look interesting for me to watch it. Which, as it happens, I'm a huge Mark, so that's gonna be most of them. You
And
know,
if
like, that's
they're-
fine.
And
but
if they're gonna commit to bringing in cool directors with different visions, such as Sam Raimi or what Chloe Zhao cinematically brought to the table, because
Right.
her film was gorgeous. You made a face.
It's a bad movie.
It's a bad movie.
It looks great.
yeah,
I think Howard the Dog looked great. But I don't think it's that good of a movie.
I didn't say that. I said cinematically. I said
Yeah,
cinematically
yeah.
it looked really good.
you can polish a
Yeah.
turd,
How
but it's
can
still a
you-
But
turd.
I don't know who to point, and I don't want to say point fingers, and I don't know how much of Eternal's problem is studio or that she tried to do her thing and they're like, and it just didn't work, or they're like, no, we want you because you just won an Oscar and you are really good at the visuals, but we're not here for your storytelling.
Yeah, the Oscar thing was a happy accident because she was already on
She was already tapped, right?
Yeah, she was already tapped.
Yeah.
But to your point, Jill, like they picked her out because she has a distinct director's voice, which is the same thing that we're getting with Sam Raimi, which I do appreciate in this movie.
Yeah.
But there is something to be said about directors like the Russo brothers who kind of play ball. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They know how to work within the Marvel machine, and they've made some of the best Marvel movies.
Same with Taika.
Taika, yeah, and I'm really hoping that Love and Thunder is going to live up to my expectations too. But he has more of a voice, right? I think there's, like, for these team-up movies where you're really putting a bow on big storylines and bringing all these characters together, I'm not sure if you could trust a director with a distinct vision to do
Right,
that.
no, I get what Mitchell's saying. Like these movies by design have to be
There's molds.
made to the mold, exactly.
Yeah,
No,
like if
totally.
they brought Alex Garland in, it'll look gorgeous,
Right.
but it's not going to have any of the heavy weight that comes with his films.
Right. No, and I mean, I just got finished shitting on Infinity War, comparing it to Doctor Strange, the Multiverse of Madness's opening fight scene, but that's by design too, right? You know, like every character has to have their little mini moment to shine in those movies, right? You can't just have one character steal the spotlight.
I don't want to sing too many praises, but isn't that why Joss Whedon's Avenger was cool? It's because he knows
they got the right guy for the job.
Teams.
He was
Good
right
for
for Avengers, and he really, as much as I didn't like it, he was right for Avengers: Age of Ultron.
Well, he was, but that was, I mean, that
they
was
just
like,
didn't know what they wanted to do.
well,
exactly.
that was peak. We need to set up 17 different storylines to get people still invested. You know,
Kind of which will never ever matter.
Yeah.
So, and I think they've reached a better balance with that, you know?
Yeah.
Because, like, you know, we just finished watching this Doctor Strange movie, and there's not... I didn't feel like, oh, man, it's setting up 17 different other movies at the end of it. Or
it's setting up Doctor Strange 3.
Yeah.
Maybe something Wanda.
Yeah.
Maybe something America Chavez.
Right, but there's no, like... But there wasn't a weird moment where America Chavez has to, like, leave the plot for a little bit. We follow her to a scene, and she dives into a pool and says, this is the prophecy of the show. Yeah, exactly. Right.
Wow, I
you know
forgot
what I
about
mean?
Thor's plot.
Right, that's what I'm saying, though. Like, that was peak. We need to wedge something in here to get people...
We need to get this going on
very
the Infinity
forced.
Show.
And we set up Black Widow, but then we said we're not going to do Black Widow the same way, and we're going to do it 14 years later.
We set up this relationship, too, that also not going anywhere.
So, you know, again, like, honestly, though, like, as much as we're complaining about, or at least I'm complaining about, not having a clear vision of what's going forward, honestly, these movies are still hitting more than they're missing for me, right?
Yeah.
And that's what they have a vision. They're just playing it almost too close to the chest.
All right, I may cut this later, but what's the project you jump off on?
What do you mean? Like, as in you don't want it to, you don't care if it comes out or not?
That you were saying it needs to look interesting and fun.
Yeah, sure.
That
call him out on this. Yeah, do it.
Keep going.
Okay.
So Thor: Love and Thunder.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean it's Taika. You know, he's
Shang-Chi 2.
Sure, I don't know. Yeah.
Well, I was gonna read the ones that are actually.
Yeah.
Wakanda Forever.
That's gonna be tough.
I was gonna say, like, there's no comment for.
I don't know how I feel about it.
Sorry, wait. Finish your thought, Mitchell.
I was thinking because Ryan Coogler is writing and directing.
Yeah.
I trust him as a filmmaker to tell a good story still.
Yeah.
How it connects to the wider MCU, who knows? But that's a tough one. That's a tough one because you don't have Chadwick.
All right, let's put that one off to the side. Let's put that one off to the side because that is.
You started off with a spicy one right away.
Yeah, that's a different. I'm just reading them in order.
No, I understand. Yeah.
The Marvels.
That directly depends on how much I like Ms. Marvel, which I am going to watch. You know, like just because I like that character and.
Guardians 3.
Yeah, I'll watch it.
Ant-Man: Quantumania.
Literally, you got me on a technicality because I know that Commander Kang is going to show up. Kang the Conqueror, not Commander Kang.
So let's go to the TV shows because I think this is a little more drop off.
Yeah.
Miss Marvel, you said already.
I'm gonna watch. Yeah.
She-Hulk.
Yes, because I like her in Marvel vs. Capcom 3. That's my technicality.
That's his in.
Yeah.
Secret Invasion.
Love it.
Yes.
Sure.
Ironheart.
That's the new Iron Man girl.
Yeah. That's
But
what
it's
is that?
not
What can you give me
Morgan.
the
I got nothing.
She's like a teen genius who...
I'll watch the trailer and then decide there. How about that?
So far,
I
I
would not be surprised if her character is introduced in Wakanda Forever.
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
That could make sense. Her name's like
Yeah.
Riri, R-I, something like that.
Yeah.
Armor Wars.
What?
What is that?
Armor Wars.
Bionicles, you
It's
mean?
the War Machine series.
Good for Don Cheadle.
Yeah.
You know what happened? Okay, don't leave it alone. Okay.
Ruined your pet.
All right, I'm done with this game. All right, let's review. Let's give our ratings to Doctor Strange because we've been letting people wait too long.
Sure. Okay.
And then we need to close out because we are well over an hour.
Oh Jesus.
I know.
Okay.
Maybe it just rolls right off the tongue.
It does. We could have kept going too.
Mm.
I get it.
Yeah.
All right,
You want to... Who starts?
Jill, you want to start? You said it. You go ahead.
On a scale of 0 to 5,
Mm-hmm.
I will give Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. I'm gonna do the thing I hate. 3.8 out of 5 lunchboxes.
Okay.
Hey.
Lunchboxes.
3.8.
3.8.
Nice. Okay.
I liked it a lot,
Yeah.
but
Okay.
I need to see
Okay.
it again.
Okay. I'm going to give it 3.75 star-shaped portals out of 5.
Okay.
0.75.
Mitchell.
I'm gonna go. I already said 7.5 out of 10. The math is not gonna be completely balanced here, but I'm gonna go with 3 out of 5 third eyes.
Okay.
Nice.
Damn it! You
Yeah.
took mine.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
bastard. You took mine. Fuck you. All right. 3 out of 5. Damn it! I need to come up with one. Shit.
Music battles.
Fake children.
Okay. Out of 5.
wow.
Yeah.
That's messed up.
Yeah,
that's
is messed
fucked.
up.
That's fucked,
They're
dude.
real to her.
Yeah.
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 They're real to her,
And
fine.
they're real in every other multiverse except for every universe except for hers, apparently. That's kind of fucking
Isn't that
blows.
fucked up?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
pretty
that's
fucked.
I have a theory
That's pretty
about
fucked.
that.
They're
I'll
pretty
tell you
fucked.
off microphone my theory.
Oh, okay.
All right, so that'll do it for this episode of Game for a Movie, where we ask, are you game for a movie? I have been Mike.
Jill.
Andre.
And Mitchell.
Yeah.
We will see you next time on Game for a Movie.
Bye, guys.